If you suffer from health anxiety, there can be a strong urge to seek reassurance using technology, but this can be very damaging in the long term. In this video, I'm going to tell you the 5 worst devices for people with health anxiety, and more importantly, why they are so bad. First is the blood pressure monitor. I will be brief on this as I have a whole video dedicated to blood pressure anxiety. Link at the top. In that video I explain how when you are anxious it's quite normal for your blood pressure to rise, but the act of continually measuring your blood pressure will actually make you more anxious, which means you will get more high readings, which makes you even more anxious again. Next is the oximeter. The COVID pandemic has made these very popular. The oximeter tells you what your blood oxygen levels are, but there are a couple of problems with oximeters. One, the accuracy of the reading can be affected by skin pigment, skin temperature, skin thickness, tobacco use, and even nail polish. In fact, the FDA says do not rely only on a pulse oximeter to assess your health condition or oxygen level. Then there's the question of what is acceptable. Is it 98, 95, or 90? Well, it doesn't really matter since most over-the-counter oximeters are not even approved by the FDA and are not recommended for medical use. So unless you have been given a prescription oximeter by the doctor, the only thing your oximeter will be good for is making you more anxious. A popular device for people with heart anxiety is heart rate monitors. By constantly monitoring your heart rate, you increase the focus on your heart and become more conscious of any sensations in your chest, which increases your anxiety. And what does that mean? Yes, you guessed it. It means your heart beats harder and faster, making you want to monitor it all the more. Another device used by people with heart anxiety is ECG watches or monitors. These can monitor both the speed of your heart and the rhythm. But ECGs were designed to monitor people with diagnosed heart conditions, not to be used by the general population, and the results are meant to be interpreted by a cardiologist, not your Facebook friends. So it's very easy to get false alarms. So, for example, unless you've watched my video on ectopic heartbeats, you might not know that extra beats or skipped beats are very common and usually harmless. Before I come to the last, and in my opinion the most ridiculous device, have you noticed anything common in all these devices? My subscribers have probably spotted it already. Yes, it's the anxiety cycle that I talk about in so many of my videos. The anxiety cycle explains how check-in or reassurance-seeking behaviours actually drive more anxious thoughts and feelings, which leads to more reassurance-seeking. And once you are stuck in the anxiety cycle, it can be very hard to get out of. And nothing is more likely to fuel the anxiety cycle than this last device. Cortisol is an important hormone in the body, and higher amounts are released when under stress. And stress is bad for you. But if we know that stress is bad, then why do we need to measure it? If people with anxiety start measuring their cortisol, which by the way naturally fluctuates throughout the day, it will just give them another thing to worry about, thus releasing more cortisol. So unless your doctor has specifically told you to use these devices, then the best thing to do is not to buy them in the first place. But if you have bought them and find that you are constantly monitoring yourself, then the best place for them is in the bin or at the back of a very full cupboard. And instead of monitoring your anxiety symptoms, monitor the behaviours that are causing the symptoms. And you can learn how to do that in this video here.